What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Dokkan video. And this one we're going to go ahead and talk about the Extreme Z Awaken event. Like, Global actually got that announced in-game. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about it and give you guys some tips and all that other good stuff as far as the event goes. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, please make sure you guys do leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you're new. I want to hit a like goal of 900 likes on this one. So if you guys are here and you hear my voice right now, make sure you do participate. I deeply appreciate it. So anyways, upcoming new function. So if you're not aware of what this is, right, log into your game. There's going to be an announcement. You'll see this exact same announcement, in fact. But long story short, available mid-March. Now, there may be a guaranteed date somewhere in mission logs or something like that, but I don't have that right now. So mid-March, I'm going to say literally mid-March, maybe 15th, 16th, 17th, in that area. So that's actually pretty cool timing, too, because Global actually picks this up about the same time that JP should be getting the Battlefield 2.0. I think that they get that on the 15th or so. So that's actually pretty cool timing. It allows for something to be doable on Global at the same time. I like when they do stuff like that. Anyways, they made a very, very climactic paragraph here, or several paragraphs, I guess. So anyways, we're going to read the first portion. Fight against the experienced challengers. A series of ultimate battles are about to begin. Enemies will level up upon being defeated. The stage difficulty will also increase upon ascending to the next stage. Do not miss out on this upcoming event. You can get the new Awakening medals upon winning an Extreme Z battle. Use the collected medals to perform the whole new Extreme Z Awakening. So, after a character transcends the UR limit and reaches the maximum level of 120, the character can transcend to a higher realm through the whole new Extreme Z Awakening. So, yeah, basically, I want to read the next part because I like the next part. As the character's max level and special attack level rise, his or her skills will also have a chance to evolve? Question mark. Sounds like a YouTube title. All right, anyways, so basically what they're saying in essence. And the first Extreme Z battle is for Goku. As you can see, he's on the poster. And this one's actually kind of interesting because it's in a really weird position because basically what they're saying, let me explain it first. So here is Goku. Just naturally, here's Goku. There might be a way to show the Extreme Z Awakened stats and stuff. I'm not seeing it. Maybe if I click Japan, maybe that'll show me. There we go. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, yeah, this is Goku right now. Leader skill changes. 3 key and 70% to all stats. He becomes Super Vegito, basically, leader-wise. Max level as well changes from 120 to 140 when you're fully done, right? So, basically, I'll go over the event and like how you get this done. But just for now, just for context, I wanted to show you this. Supreme damage changes to being immense. Lowers defense changes to greatly lowers defense. 100% attack for 7 turns from the start of the turn changes to 120%. Voice cracked. 120% for 7 turns. So he gets more powerful, but he also keeps 70% defense indefinitely. So if you run over that 7-turn limit, he still keeps 70% defense. And that's the unit. And lastly, I wonder if it'll show me his stats. I don't know. But, well, I'm seeing stats. I'm just not sure if those are the Extreme Z Awakened ones. They're probably not, to be honest. I'm looking at the Japanese version. So these are probably going to be his maxed out 100% Extreme Z Awakened stats right here. Literally almost 16,000 HP, 12,000 defense, 15.6 or 7, I guess, attack. That is incredible because he's one of those OG gacha units that gets that 7,000 boost in the potential system. So what you have here is a unit that gets 120% attack and 70% defense, which that's actually enough defense to allow him to tank just about everywhere in the game. So he's going to be a very, very good tank all the time. And since he got that bump in attack increase and changed to being immense, he's going to be one of the hardest hitters in the game. He is barely phased out on JP at this point as one of the top 10 hardest hitting transcended URs. Like, I think he's like I think last time I saw he was number 9, to be honest. So he's probably dropped a couple of spots since then because that was around when Tech Vegito Blue came out. But either way, he is definitely going to be like the hardest hitting unit on Global for a little bit. That's not an LR. So definitely worth the grind. But the grind is actually very, very tedious and interesting. So if we go back over the Extreme Z Battle event, this is what it is in its entirety. So right here we have Extreme Z Battle for Goku. Now, I will say, unless they plan on scaling this event's difficulty down, this one was actually really freaking difficult. Like, there are 2 more that have come out since this one on JP. Broly is the next one to get one. And then this free-to-play Gohan, who's basically the equivalent to Tech Bulma and Int what's his name? Goku Jr. He is the STR version of those guys. He gets one too. But I will say those two were so much easier than Goku's, because Goku's, I honestly was struggling. Like, I couldn't complete it. Now, the special character or link for this event is actually Resurrected Warriors, right? We're going to come back to Resurrected Warriors and what that means for Global in just a moment after I show you what happens here. So, full disclosure, if you guys are somebody that's thinking you're going to jump into this event, and again, if it's exactly the way it was on JP anyway, if you think you're going to jump into this event and play through all 30 stages necessary to get enough medals, if you look at the medals tab right here and follow it down, you need all of these medals to complete Awakening Your Goku. If you don't get all the way to stage 30, because I think I got to like 28, you're going to be in my position on JP where you're like stuck with a level 135 Goku. I don't think his later skills change, but I think he's level 135. His super attack's like 14 out of 14 and stuff, because it maxes out at being level 15. I don't know if I showed that, but yeah, when they're level 140, they get SA level 15 out of 15 maximum. So yeah, if you don't get through all of them, you'll be stuck. But if you're one of the people that think you're going to bring your super tech team, for example, against an AGL event, more power to you, right? But I guarantee if it's exactly the way it was, you're going to really, really struggle. Not to say it's impossible, but you're going to freaking struggle. I really struggled with Extreme Tech, which Extreme Tech should feasibly be easier, right? Because you have access to cards like, LR Rose and stuff. But when these units have type advantage and they're getting hit like they're on Super Battle Road, but you can't use an item, it doesn't really matter. So, yes, to reiterate, items are not usable on this event, and you have to play through 30 stages. Now, what really, really, really makes it harder is, aside from just that, right? Each time you beat a stage, I keep calling them stages. I call them floors sometimes, but they're really enemy levels. When you beat them at one level, they come back and Zenkai at another level, basically. So each time you beat them, their stats go up. It'll be either HP, attack, and defense at one time, or just incremental. HP this round, attack this round, defense this round, to where you see they hit you a little harder each round. They have more HP. They take less damage, things of that nature. So really, it just gets harder and harder. And then to really, really handicap you, they start off really early, taking away your ability to do things. On stage 3 and 4, they've taken away your ability to reduce the enemy's defense, which means you're not going to do that incremental increase in damage. They then, from there, take away your ability to stun. They then, from there, take away your ability to debuff the enemy's attack around stage 15. And then from there, they take away your ability to seal the enemy on stage 20. So really, it is kind of a kill or be killed scenario, because you can't use items and you can't do all of these things, so all you can really do is brute force through them. But what winds up happening is, by the time you get to like stage 25 or so, he's had so many stat boosts that it gets kind of hard to beat him without the special character link. And again, that might be 100% indicative of this event in particular, because the same thing applies to Broly's event, because Broly's event special link was Hybrid Saiyans. I was able to beat Broly's stages all the way through 30 with just a Super AGL team. Around stage 28, I did put in one or two Hybrid Saiyans, but it was still SS4 Vegeta's team. I didn't run the Hybrid Saiyan category. You can just run units from that category that it's talking about in particular, and you'd be set, right? You don't have to run the full-on thing. You can just use a couple or 2 or 3 units or so, and they do increased damage while taking back reduced damage. So that allowed me to beat it. And then from here, I got through like stage 70 or so without even using Gohan's Namek Saga category. Like, it was insanely easy. So Global's in a weird position with the Resurrected Warriors category, because that either means Frieza is going to come up really, really soon in-game announcement, or they're going to change that from being Resurrected Warriors and downscale the difficulty of the event, which I don't think they will do, to be honest, 'cause I think they're just too lazy for that. Or last little bit, they'll leave it as is and not drop Frieza and expect you to kind of pick up the pieces yourself. And if you look at this category, it's a phenomenal category, but it's freaking hard to meet the needs for this category, especially when you can't use items, right? There are a lot of good units in here, but there's not too many good leaders. Like, if you, for example, run with Kid Buu, I guess you can kind of somewhat build a good int team. There's enough 8 units there to do it. And, Tech Frieza could be a leader, and you can do stuff like that. Tech Cell, I guess. You won't have the HP, but you can still do it. I don't want to make it seem impossible, but Frieza is so good there. He is incredibly powerful on that event. He hits so hard. He basically one-shots it by himself up until like stage 40 or so from what I've seen. So you definitely want Frieza. So that means they're going to probably wind up dropping Frieza sooner than later. So honestly, I would expect an announcement in game soon. They did drop the intelligence banner. I don't know if that's indicative of Frieza coming, but Global's in a weird position because they also don't have LR Bojack, which JP I'm pretty sure had whenever they introduced LR this event to the game, right? Global's kind of weird, though, with stuff like this. They bring out this stuff a little earlier than JP does, like in relation. Like, they don't come like 5 or 6 months later for new events and stuff like this. So, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, Resurrected Warriors is the category for this one, and that's what you want to do. So, typically, though, stick to extreme type and units for this event. That'll help you out a bit, as opposed to using super type units. Because super type units, by the way, super type units, like, they're, I think, somewhere around, like, stage 20 or so, that he implements a debuff or something of that nature. I don't want to misinform you, so take it with a grain of salt, but he implements a debuff or something of that nature to where, literally, super type units do absolutely nothing anymore. You have to use villain type units. You know, hero characters, they stop doing anything. And that is insanely sad. When you watch your Goku units, Tech Goku units do nothing and take just immeasurable damage back. So I don't want to overpsych anybody. I'm not trying to make it sound impossible. It's just, it's going to be difficult. Don't expect this to be something you jump into and just plow through, at least this one in particular. The other ones are, like I said, are a lot easier. There's a huge difference in difficulty because I myself struggled with this one. Although, to be fair, if I had Frieza at the time, I probably wouldn't have. Frieza's banner actually came out, like, I think, directly after this, because SS3 Bardock came out or something like that, and Frieza, I believe, was on the banner or something. I don't want to misremember, but yeah. So anyways, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you do leave a thumbs up on the video. Again, 900 likes. And by the way, he reaches SA level 15, but they do give you Funky Kais and Orbs. So I would definitely 100% this unit. He is worth it indefinitely, and all that other good stuff. So thank you. I'll catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace.